Evening everyone, I'm hopeful we're live. My setup is a bit... It's a bit different for iRacing, as we worked out last night. But I'm hopeful we're actually streaming right now. It's pro level streaming here. I think we're live. I'm going to bank on it. Now we've jumped into the equivalent of a GT Sport daily race here. Is he in the playbook? That's not going to playbook. Okay, fine. So it's the equivalent of a GT Sport daily race. It's a licensed event. I haven't driven this car for a long time, the Mazda MX-5, but we'll get used to it. It is a track that I know from GT Sport. So let's try and get it on track and just work out. Actually, can we put the racing line back on? That would be fantastic. Driving line. Oh, I think we just missed practice. So we have to go straight into qualifying and see what happens. Basically, I have no idea what a representative time is going to be, but we'll find out. We like to do things a bit on the cuff on this channel. But like I said, we do actually know the track, which is a good thing. Just bear with me a second. There we go. It does look a little bit different, this track in iRacing compared to GT Sport. For some reason the FPS isn't as high as usual. I'm not sure why that is. Okay, well that's going to be a tricky corner. Just concentrating a bit here. Not as good an exit there. So Stephen Berry with a 107, 106 is coming in. Sure we'll find up that time in the race. Back end getting quite loose through there. Evening, Steve. Welcome to iRacing at Tsukuba. Is that going to be a better exit? I hope so. Bang! Well, we're not going to do the last lap, but yeah, welcome to iRacing. Hopefully the stream quality is good. For some reason my FPS isn't quite as high. Normally runs about 100, but for some reason we're only at this, and I don't have my crew chief on, so I'm hoping this doesn't completely break everything. We'll find out shortly.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
So hopefully that didn't break everything, but I've just put my crew chief on. Oh, pit for repairs. Repairs needed, okay. Okay, boss. Yeah, that Mazda's seen better days. So 3 minutes to go. So the way iRacing works, the kind of meat and drink of iRacing, and I have always wanted to do more iRacing, so I pay for this. I pay for the subscription. There's an equivalent system to the daily races, and you progress up license ranks. So you start as a rookie, and then you go through, I don't know, ED or something up to A. And every hour they. In fact, maybe I can show you the screen when we quit this. But every hour there's races and various championships. So this is the MX5 Cup, which is the, I guess, maybe most popular iRacing kind of daily race. But actually, like GT Sport, it's actually a weekly race. Why do we even call them daily races anymore? They are just weekly races. Same thing with iRacing. So this week, I guess, it's Tsukuba in the MX5s, and you can race every hour. And when I joined this lobby, there were about 150 people in the kind of general lobby, and then I think we've been split according to the equivalent of DRSR. Evening Al, just trying to explain iRacing both to myself and generally. I was quite comfortable jumping into this one because we know Tsukuba from GT Sport. Although we were a little bit off the pace there. Now, when we get into the race, which is going to kick off in a minute and a half, 15 lap race, it is really going to be about avoiding contact. Like, much, much, much more so than GT Sport. So hopefully that will become evident. It's also a lot easier to spin these cars. I don't think there's any ABS stuff like that. I don't think you can tweak the cars. Can you tweak the cars? I don't know if you can change it. I hope you can. Oh yeah, it says fixed setup race. But obviously if it wasn't, you could change all of this stuff. If that kind of stuff excites you. I know it excites some people. I'm just not good at it. And if we acquire too many penalty points, we'll just get disqualified. And also we may go down. Al, I'm only watching for the car contact. I really hope there's no car contact. When we do the Club 100 iRacing Championships, that's where there's loads of contact. I really hope this time they won't be. So I kind of hope to disappoint you, Al. But you know me. We're never too far away from contact. So you've got a hot brew in hand and feet up watching me do the work. Nice. Watching in style. That's how we like it. So the way iRacing works is you have to pay for a subscription just to use the service. I think the download is free. And then you basically have to pay for cars and tracks. So the MX-5 I think is one of the free cars. But the F3 I had to pay about £10 for.
That's the end of the session. P9.
So we're P9. I don't know how many drivers there are going to be. But we're going to get on the grid now. And we have one fast repair, which I think means this is all going to happen very quickly. So I'm just changing this because if we go into the pits, I don't want to change my tyres. And I can look left and I can look right. And that's kind of your lot. Now we're going to get going very quickly here. Damage on, damage always on an iRacing, Steve. Right, this is it. This is a proper iRacing championship race. My FPS is really
P9,
suffering.
okay, get ready. Green, green, green.
Lightning start for the red and black car there.
Car right. Clear right. Car right.
Watching out for that blue
Right
car.
side. Clear right.
Had to give him a wide berth. Whoa!
Car left. Clear left.
Big move. So I'm taking it quite cautious at the moment, a bit like I would in a karting race. Just conscious that people ahead might lose the rear at any point. Just goes for a move there. This guy on the move and they make contact. Evening, Danny. Thanks for joining. Sorry about the iRacing issues yesterday, but we've got into a race now and hopefully it's all working. I think I'm suffering a bit on the FPS as I'm streaming, but it's good for me at the moment. As someone almost loses the rear and then they do.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
This guy can be a bit aggressive, we've seen.
Car left. Clear left.
Let's try and catch up with the next guys.
On your left. Clear left.
So I saw him shoot through there. He's a bit of a liability, this chap. Maybe we can pressure him a bit into losing the back end. We're running a bit too deep. The next corner is going to be a tricky one, so... It's a long race, 15 laps, so we don't need to rush it a crazy amount.
The leader has just done a 106.65.
Do want to catch up with that pack ahead though. That's a late move, isn't it? We're not in a great spot here behind this guy. We're getting held up now.
The gap in front is now 0.8.
Just got to really try and get close and put him under pressure. Not sure if it's the game or stream FPS, like watching a... Well, I'd say iRacing doesn't have the best graphics.
The leader's just done a 106.20.
It's all about the simulation. So what's our strategy here? What do we do to get past this guy? Because I really want to be making grounds. Ooh, he's almost lost the back end there. The best result for us is that he spins off. actually, and then we don't have to worry about him. I'm not really taking that corner that well.
Nail every corner. Let's take whatever chances we can. That's your best lap in this session.
So we can get into the 106 lap times. That'd be pretty good. Looked like a bit of smoke there I could see. I don't know if that was on track or off track.
E9.
We may be catching the cars ahead anyway. Slightly. Yeah, hopefully the frame rate isn't too bad. It's 60 on my screen. I can't stream using the same software I use for GT Sport because the computer just can't handle it. We're kind of getting into a bad rhythm now.
Keep piling on the pressure. He'll make a mistake.
Feeling a lot more comfortable in the car now. I don't know if anyone's got any ideas of when's the best place to go for a move here. Clean move.
You've just done a 107.31.
He's obviously very defensive because he moved across there. I think it shows just how difficult it can be to pass in iRacing. Don't really have battles like this in GT Sport. Do you think we can throw it up the inside here? Maybe. What's he gonna do? No. Whoa.
You've just done a 107.23.
I think our mission is basically just to get past this guy without making any sort of contact. It seems to be quite happy to go very defensive, so maybe we can use that to lure him into a bad line.
On your right. Clear right.
You're wasting time behind this guy. Get your elbows out and get round him.
I'm thinking maybe into turn one we just, or here if I can make him go defensive here, he's really going to struggle. So we can get really close there and kind of lure him to the right hand side.
Half distance, fuel looks good. That lap time was 108.00. Sector 1 is 1.2, off the pace.
having to brake a bit earlier because contact could be disastrous.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Someone may have gone off ahead. Yep. Right. Can we make him go to the right hand side here? Not really. It's gone quite narrow actually. Can have a much better run.
Right side. Still there. Still there. Clear right.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
I didn't really know where he was, so... Good battle this, isn't it? But surely we've got to come out on top. Ooh, I thought he was going to lose it there. I thought that could be our chance. I'm really struggling here to get a good move sorted.
On your right. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
Maybe I should be a little bit more forceful. I mean, to be fair, we are putting him under a lot of pressure. And he's dealing with it quite well.
Push, we can get this guy.
Not that many laps to go though. Just lost a bit of time on that lap, let's try and crawl it back.
Your lap time was at 108.25.
Or as it turns out, you're in quite deep there. Place your bets. Do you think I'm going to get past this guy or not? I'll say it's looking unlikely going on the form of this race. Outrun, that was a great game. Outrun on the original Xbox, Outrun 2 I think it was, in a Ferrari. Just read your comment in a second, Steve. Actually, just got to pay attention here.
Left side. Clear left. Car right. Clear right.
Track limits, watch those lines.
So unfortunately I picked up a penalty point there, which isn't going to be good for the licence, but letting him know that I'm about, I would have picked up I think 4 penalty points if we'd made contact. get a good exit. I feel like turn 1 is where it's going to happen, but I've got to get a really good launch. A lot more speed.
On your left.
Whoa, this guy.
Clear left.
2 to go.
To me, he's on the boundary of what's acceptable. I think in turn 1 he's over that boundary. I don't know what anyone else thinks. He really wants that 8th place. We can try it again, but I really don't want to be picking up penalty points. Last lap.
One more lap to go.
Just quite frustrating now.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
I mean, let's face it, in GT Sport, we'd be past this guy a long time ago. Right, here's something interesting. Almost lost it there. Yeah, I think he's weaving too much, Steve, on into turn 1. Maybe we'll do something stupid here. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
On your left.
Yes.
Clear left.
Oh, that feels so good.
P7.
That's
There's
the
the
best
checkered
7th
flag.
place I've ever had in my life. Good battle with Mr. Florian there, but yeah, I think he was over the line, to be honest. Right, we can just park it up now. It's iRacing. So we can have a look at some of those moves now with the old system. So thanks everyone. Yeah, I don't have the gifts, but that is definitely a get in there, Lewis. What a battle that was. I'd be interested to know what you kind of think of iRacing from that race, because that is quite an iRacing race actually. You can't just get through and be bumping doors. You kind of, if you're not going to be able to get through cleanly, you can't really do it. I guess I could have gone for it. Maybe it just felt worse than it was. If you look at this, it's not like he's completely cutting me off. Oops, let's go back a couple laps, say. Because there's one where we had a really good run. Maybe it was this one. No, maybe not, but anyway. So we just picked up a penalty point for that. 1 penalty point. But anyway, good battle. Yeah, let me know what you think about iRacing. We can see what was going on at the front of the grid. Any good battles? That guy seemed like he was just dropping back a bit. what happened off the start. Can we get a TV cam or something like that? So I guess is it a 10 car grid then? Do some quick maths. There's more than, maybe it's 12 or 11 or something like that. More than 10 cars there. Very close there. Very good racing for second and third as we all filter through. Very easy to lose the back end in these MX-5s actually. I don't know if that's obvious on the stream. So these races. So here's what I want to do. I want to do another race. There's going to be another MX-5 Cup race at Tsukuba at 11 o'clock. But I'm pretty sure as soon as I press quit in the top right hand corner there, the stream is going to end because the stream is tied to this specific window. So what I'm planning to do is quit this and then immediately go into the lobby for the next race. And as soon as I go into the practice lobby, that window will stay until the race is done. So we'll be in that window for the next hour. That's what I'm thinking. So if you want to see more iRacing, because we did jump straight into that one with no practice, literally went straight into quali, and we got caught behind this guy. So it was an interesting dynamic, but often people don't go as defensive as that. So it'd be good to see something different. So if you do want to see some more iRacing, let me know. But then what I'll do is I'll quit this window and I'll basically re-upload the stream within the next minute pretty much. So it's a bit of a pain, but the stream will die. So we'll pay our respects. So let me know if that's something you might be interested in, because I don't want to keep this stream going too long if it's then going to die a death. But that's the only way I can do it. Okay, right. I'm gonna quit this one. What's it called? iRacing first daily race. We'll call it a second daily race, and it should pop up quickly. I'm not even going to end the stream, so just see if it happens automatically. But hopefully see you in the next stream shortly. Really quick, yes.